o'clock and it is time for our supplements and immune system class. And this is a really fun subject for me to talk about. Supplements are important. Some people believe that they aren't so important and that we can get all the benefit that we need just from the food that we eat. But what's an important thing to remember is that our food supply and the things in our environment are very different than they once were. So the food that we're eating is not really giving us the nutrition that we need anymore. And also, because we come in contact with lots of different chemicals and lots of different things like that, our bodies are not functioning the same. And so we're not able to break down food. We're not able to really receive the nutrition that we need in order for our body to be able to use it and to everything to be working together, our immune system and all of our other systems together. So supplementation is something that really is crucial, and I personally really believe that everyone should be doing it. And we should also be supplementing our children as well. Now, supplementing doesn't mean that we don't do other good things, right? That we don't focus on our diet, that we don't eliminate things that we know are harmful and rely only on the supplements. We have to be intelligent and we have to be really intentional about what we do with our bodies. And supplementation is just another one of those tools. Now today I'm going to talk about lots of different supplements that we can use, but there's lots out there. So I'm just going to scratch the surface of some things that I use in our home and that I've seen benefit from and that I've researched. And so I will be talking about those, but there's lots of other things too that we know that are really beneficial and good. So a little bit of tips before we get into all the supplements. Tips on taking supplements. You want to partner with quality. So you want to be looking for really high quality. When you're looking for different supplements to be taking, to be giving to your family, you want to be looking for ones that aren't filled with sugar, right? That aren't filled with GMO ingredients, that have, are organic, especially if you're buying them at a health food store. You want to be looking for that kind of label. Especially with our children's supplements, we really want to make sure that we're not negating the purpose of actually giving them a supplement when it's filled with chemicals and GMOs and sugar, which are things that actually decrease the immune system. So be very mindful of that and look at those labels. Look at things with a critical eye and be intentional about really partnering with quality. We trust doTERRA wholeheartedly, so I know that everything I get from them is trustworthy and has my stamp of approval on it. Dose diligence. So look at the dosage, right? Because all these supplements will have a dosage that they recommend, but know that you are not, maybe that full dosage doesn't really work in your own individual body. So for instance, we'll talk about Lifelock Vitality Pack, which is a really excellent multivitamin that doTERRA has. Some people don't need the full dose. Some people are fine with just a half dose, and that's something you'll have to just discover in your own body and go from there. Start slowly. So I really recommend not starting all of these supplements all at once. I say start slowly because we want to have grace for our bodies. We want to be able to introduce things into the body and really see if they have benefit. So if you add in all of these supplements, you'll never know which one's really doing what for you. And so one at a time. And even starting out, I always recommend starting out at a low dosage and working your way up to a place where you feel really good. And I'll talk a little bit more about that for different specific supplements that I'll be talking about. Time them right. So some people get upset tummies when they take supplements. You also, what's important is for better assimilation into the body, it's most beneficial to take these supplements with a little bit of food so that your digestive processes are working as well. So that can be as much as half a banana. It doesn't have to be a lot, but just take that into consideration to really time things right. Also, maybe a vitamin supplement gives you a lot of energy, and so you don't really want to take it right before bed. So you just want to be mindful of those things. Again, everyone's body is going to be a little bit different. Make it a habit. Do it every single day. These supplements don't serve us unless we're actually taking them and staying on them and being consistent, right? Be practical. Put them in practical spaces around your house. I have this little pill box that I went and got at the pharmacy, and every Sunday I fill all my days. And then in the morning I wake up, I eat my half banana and drink my big glass of water with lemon, and I pop it open and I take all my supplements for the morning. And then I also do that at lunch or in the afternoon. So I personally try to avoid to take my supplements right before bed. Sometimes I do because, if I'm out and about and I haven't, gotten to my pill case, life happens. So you want to make sure and do that. Make it a part of your lifestyle. It's just a part of your life. It's part of what you do, just as much as exercise, nutrition, and getting good sleep is a lifestyle change. So is taking supplements. Take them along with you when you travel, right? We always get off routine when we travel. The holidays are coming up. We're having family come in from out of town. Our schedules are going to be a little bit more disrupted. That's part of making it your lifestyle, right? It's just a part of who you are, and it goes with you wherever you go. And of course, store them correctly. So you don't want to be storing your supplements near heat sources, so like near your stove or your microwave or things like that if you have that in your house. You want to store them in cooler, darker places, just to protect them. All right, so let's talk about some of these. So the first one is something that we all know about, and that's vitamin C. Vitamin C is one of the safest and most effective nutrients, and experts agree that that's true. It doesn't cure the cold and flu, right, by taking vitamin C. It won't cure it, but it will prevent more serious complications from happening. So when we're taking really good levels of vitamin C, we're going to prevent any kind of respiratory anything or sickness from sitting in the body and becoming more serious. It's recommended about 500 milligrams a day, but vitamin C is not stored in the body. So we don't produce it ourselves, and it's not stored. So anything extra will just be extracted from we'll just go to the bathroom and it will just come out of the body. So excess is excreted. So no concerns for overdose. However, if we do have an excessive amount of vitamin C, all that it will do in the body is just create a loose bowel, and then you can just taper off a little bit. But vitamins, you can really support the body greatly with using vitamin C, especially for our kids with, as they're building their immune systems. It just really is excellent for the body. I prefer the buffered vitamin C. It's in a powdered form. It is just a really beneficial way and easy way for the body to take in that vitamin C. So think about looking for a really good high quality buffered vitamin C. Next on the list, of course, is probiotics, right? And prebiotics. Our immune system resides where? In our gut, right? I talk about this subject all the time, but it's so important. Our gut health, it's like the starting point for the rest of everything that happens in our body, especially our immune system and other areas of our body. So you want to be taking a really good probiotic. I took probiotics for years before finding doTERRA, and I always thought they didn't work because I just wasn't taking a really good, I thought I was taking really, they were expensive, but it just wasn't, I wasn't getting a result. And then I started taking doTERRA's PB Assist, and I was like, wow, so this is a probiotic, right? This is making a dent and an impact on my health. And so what's different about doTERRA's PB Assist, and something that's important for us to remember about probiotics, is you can have a probiotic and you can take it and it can have tons and billions of different things in it for you, right? But you can take it, and all of that, once it enters your stomach, all of your stomach acid will kill it off before it even has time to be of benefit to you. So what I love about the PB Assist is it also has a prebiotic fiber in the pill. I wish I had gotten it from the kitchen, but it looks awesome. It's two-sided, right? And you've got a green side and then another colored side, and that is the prebiotic and the probiotic in there. So you take it, and that fiber encapsulates it all the good bacteria until it gets to your stomach where it can be released. So it bypasses all that stomach acid. It isn't killed off by it, which is really, really beneficial. So you want to look for that prebiotic with the probiotic. Absolutely crucial. Really important for our kiddos too. doTERRA has the PB Assist Junior, and it's great. It comes in little sachets, and you don't need water. You just open it up, and it's like a little pixie stick, and the kids love it. They just they always look forward to their probiotic every morning, so they really like that. All right, number 3, elderberry products. So you can make your own elderberry syrup, or you can buy it for convenience and different forms. So they have the syrup, they have lozenges, they have these little pellets, gummies. They have it in all different forms. So elderberries contain high levels of A, B, and C and stimulate the immune system. Okay? Marissa, I will post the vitamin C that I use in the comments after the class. Okay? Anyways, the black elderberries, which is the Sambucus nigra, have been shown to prevent flu and speed recovery in those who have the flu. So it's something that's really, really beneficial for us when we are not feeling very well, right? Many good products available in all different forms, but you're going to want to look for one, again, like I said at the beginning, that is a high quality. Don't just go out to any store and pick up a product. Be a critical thinker and look at the back and make sure it's not overly filled with sugar and other kinds of ingredients that it's not beneficial for us. All right, 4, fermented products and foods. I know this isn't necessarily a supplement, but I feel like it's important to mention. Things like kombucha, kefir, sauerkraut, naturally fermented things. It's probiotics. It works hand in hand with helping to proliferate our gut with good bacteria so that we can have a strong immune response. So kombucha, I used to make it myself. You can also make your own kefir, and you can also make your own like fermented vegetables like sauerkraut. And you want to have about a half a cup to a cup at each meal, ideally, for a lot of benefit. Yogurt is also a fermented food, but the thing about yogurt is a lot of people don't do well with dairy, and dairy can actually increase mucus in the body. So you want to be careful with dairy and make sure if you do have dairy in your system, again, a lot of yogurts are overloaded with sugar. You want to stay away from that, and they're overloaded with food dyes. So you want to stay away from that too. So you want to look for an organic, plain whole milk yogurt that's plain, so that you can add your own sweetener. I oftentimes like to do a drop of lemon. I do that for my kids when they really want yogurt. I'll get the organic kind, full fat, 1 drop of lemon in there, stir it up, and maybe a pinch of stevia, maybe, but I really want them to get used to not having something so sweet, and get used just to the natural sweetness that there is. So kombucha, like all these other things, fermented. It's a tea that you drink. Now, this isn't to replace water, right? It's a wonderful beverage that you would like have a half a cup a day, but alongside all of your good water intake, right? But it's really beneficial. It contains a lot of vitamins, minerals, enzymes. It assists digestion, has beneficial probiotics. It helps to cleanse the liver. And you can buy it, right, at the grocery store. Look for, again, ones that have very low sugar. So you can find some kombuchas that have up to 15 grams of sugar in them. So you want to look for one that is the lowest possible that you can find. Synergy brand is one of my favorites. I feel like the original and the cranberry are really good and pretty low in sugar too. All right, colloidal silver. Now, colloidal silver is a little bit controversial for some people. There has been like articles and information warning people that they'll turn blue if they take colloidal silver. And I will say that if you take it incorrectly and if you don't take a true colloidal silver, maybe that would happen. But what we are looking at is the true colloidal silver. So it is all colloidal silver is. It's a solution of water containing nanometer-sized particles of suspended silver. And there's 3 types, right? There is ionic silver solution, silver protein, and of course the true colloidal silver. Now, the benefits of this is that it's highly, highly antibacterial, but it does not create a resistance in the organism that it is killing. So it's antiviral, it helps to suffocate the virus, and it helps to speed the recovery from the cold and flu. Really, really beneficial. Our body does not create resistance to it, though, which is nice. And also, you know, how some viruses can be resistant to things, it doesn't create that either. I wouldn't take it longer than about 14 days. So you would want to take it, again, really targeted, much like when we use oregano oil and we're using it for a really targeted, specific thing. That's how you would use the silver. Dosage, about 2 to 5 drops applied directly to the skin, or it will come with an eyedropper. You can take that eyedropper and take it orally for immune support. I do this. I give it to my children as well. It's been really, really, really helpful. 5 drops, you can add it 5 drops to a neti pot, or just spray it into the nose. But you want to look for certain brands. There's a lot out there, and I'm actually going to post a really helpful article and some research in the comments that you can read through to give you a little bit more information about all the different brands and what you really want to be looking for. So from that article, they really recommend a brand called Meso Silver, and so that is the brand that we go with. And you can read through that material and find that well yourself. All right, so number 6, multivitamin. Absolutely foundational, right? Even when we aren't feeling poorly, we need to be on a multivitamin always. Always, always. Multivitamin of choice for us is the Lifelock Vitality Pack by doTERRA. By far one of the best vitamins I've been on. We also give our children the A to Z supplement and the Omega supplement for children in a liquid form. And it is that supplement is like the LLV for adults. That's the LLV version for the kids. So it has all of the benefits of the adult version just in a nice chewable for our children, really supporting their body in a way that their body can recognize. So it's bioavailable. And that's an important thing, because when we take vitamins oftentimes, what happens? Well, we go to the bathroom and it's like neon, right? With these vitamins, we won't have that happening because everything will be absorbed into the body, and they did that for a reason, okay? So the Lifelock Vitality Pack comes in a pack of 3. So you have your Alpha CRS. Now the Alpha CRS really helps to give life and energy to your cells. So it's all about rejuvenating your cell health, making sure all those things are working well, helping to decrease inflammation, all those kinds of things. It's an important one for sure, especially if you deal with some chronic things in your life. I definitely would recommend the Alpha CRS. Now, if you're not dealing with really chronic things, you can probably get by with not taking that one. They have also a supplement called the Daily Nutrient Pack. And in the Daily Nutrient Pack, it's just the multivitamin and the omega vitamin. So it doesn't have the Alpha CRS. I take the 3-pack. I love it. I love the way it makes me feel. Then you have the omega, right? And we know all the good things that omega fats do for us. They feed our brain, they feed our cells, they feed the different systems in the body, they support our joint health, all those kinds of things, but they also boost our immune system and help that to be strong. And then, of course, the whole food complex. Now, this whole food complex, it's the bomb. I can't say enough about it. It feeds the body in a way, and the ingredients that they've included in here are really high quality ingredients. So I really recommend taking this. Plus, what I also like about it is it has a tummy tamer blend in it, which helps with stomach discomfort. And so that's really important for those of us that have sensitive systems. When we're taking supplements, they can sometimes upset our stomach, and this one has like a Digestin oil with ginger, peppermint, fennel, all of those that are really good for digestion, just to help to calm us down so that we can take that supplement and not have an upset system. So with the Lifelock Vitality Pack, again, like I said at the beginning, this is one that I would recommend starting slowly. So you might want to start out with a half dose first, and then work your way up and take inventory on how you're individually feeling. Oftentimes people will take it for 2 weeks and feel amazing and feel awesome and have this great benefit in their body, and then they'll stop taking it, right? And then they'll go back. So be consistent, take it so that you know exactly the amount that you need to take. Right now, I only take half, but when I was pregnant and nursing, I took a full dose because I needed it. So everyone will be individual on that. All right, next we have vitamin D. Now, vitamin D, we know a lot about it. It's something we hear about a lot, but it's something that many of us are actually very deficient in. And so that's where you would really need to go to your doctor and get your levels checked, right? You'll need to do a blood test for that so that you can really see. Many times we'll be dealing with chronic things in our body and we're really just vitamin D deficient. So go get that looked at and checked. We usually only supplement just a little bit with vitamin D in the winter because we're in the sun a lot in the summertime. Like if you live up in Canada or somewhere where there's not a lot of sun in the wintertime, then you probably will want to supplement a little bit with vitamin D. The reason why vitamin D helps with really just about any kind of infection is because it stimulates the production of I'm going to say this wrong, cathalecidin. That's it. And then that's just a protein. It's a natural, has natural antibiotic properties. So that is really important to our bodies. And then we have something called astragalus. Okay, and that is just a Chinese herb, and that stimulates white blood cells to fight and prevent infections. Now, this is something that you'll want to take for a few weeks, like 6 to 8 weeks, because it's not as fast acting as vitamin C or vitamin D, right? So this is one you're going to want to have in your system for a little while. And like I said, it's just a Chinese herb. You can find it in capsule form. Astragalus. I'll post the word in the comments so you know exactly how to spell it. And then of course we have our last one I'm going to talk about today is Echinacea. I love Echinacea. I've taken it for years. I've seen wonderful benefit from taking it and giving it also to the kids. But Echinacea really increases the body's production of hyaluronic acid. And that's a well-known anti-inflammatory pain reliever. And so it's just a really great thing to also supplement with the body along with all of these other things. But again, this is a lot, right? And there's a lot of other things even out there. So start small. Choose one thing at a time. Don't overload your body with all of this. It's all good, but let's not overload it. Let's start with one thing at a time so we can really see the benefit. All right. Thank you guys so much for hopping on with me today, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the day.